Hi guys, and welcome back to this week's video and my channel. This week we are going to make my niece a headboard. So before we can do that, we have to head on a little field trip to Ashely's Furniture. All right, guys, we made it into Ashely's Furniture's parking lot. I'm about to go in and probably be greeted by about 5 different salespeople. Wish me luck. Hi guys, and welcome back home. I have a piece of thin plywood that we are going to cut down, and by we I mean my loving husband is going to cut it down for me on the table saw because I'm in a dress and I don't want to get changed. But I am going to cut these panels down. And I'll talk through it, but I just want to get some footage.
I'm kinda new with apologies. Holding back, I got history. Yeah. But the way you've been crossing the line, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never could it right, but somehow you make me change. Like I'm better off with you. Like I'm better off with you. Kinda used to these battlegrounds where you flee, you don't stick around, no. But the way you've been giving me time, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it right, but somehow you make me change. Like I'm better off with you. Like I'm better off with you. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it right, but somehow you make me change. You make me wanna do better. I don't know why. You make me wanna do better. You make me wanna do better. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like I'm better off with I could see this through. I could wait another night. One more night, one more night. I could fight it through till the darkness turns to light. One more night, one more night. Say it's gonna be
Alright guys, welcome back to the workshop, aka outside. We cut the thin plywood and our strips that we need, and then we went to the hardware store to get 1x6s. So I thought I would take a minute and tell you kind of my thought process because I've never done this before. So we are going to do this together, like a lot of things. So this is the inspiration that my niece wanted. To me, it appears that we have like some 1x6s, 1x6s, and a 1x6 right here, and then 3 slats here. So that's why I was thinking about cutting down that plywood so we can have something to adhere our planks of pallet wood to. So here is what I'm thinking. Let's draw this out. Like we have a rectangle here, a rectangle here, and then a rectangle here. Can you all see that? Okay. And it looks like in this picture we just have like a 1x6 going here and a 1x6 here, and then a center support here. So here's what my thought process was. The leftover plywood that I had on hand was 49 by 53 or something like that. So I knew that I could get like 6.5. I could get 6.5 panels, and it'll all make sense here in a second. But 6 of those 6.5 panels at 32 inches long, because from here to here is going to be 64 inches. And then from the top down to the bottom is going to be 54 inches tall. So this is our height, and then this is our length or our width. So those panels that I had, I cut down to 32. So that we have something to nail to and we can stagger. So that's all I'm thinking that this is. Again, I've never done this before. We're going to try it together. If it doesn't work, well, then it's a bunch of scrap wood. But you never know until you try. So we are going to cut these 1x6s. So these are going to be 1x6s. This is going to be just a center support that I had from pallet wood. I'm going to try to use as much pallet wood as I possibly can. So this is going to be pallet wood, and this is going to be a 1x6. And then this is just going to be staggered pallet wood. So that's what my thought process is. I'm pretty sure we got enough wood to do it, so let's get started. Might as well. So now we're going to cut 2 at 54.5. Changed my measurements slightly. Well, that's one. Now let's do the second one. So guys, I don't know about you, but I work better in pictures and when I can see things. So I'm going to lay these all out so I can see what it looks like. All right, so we want them 64 inches. We want them 64 inches apart. All right, so that is the width of it. Now let's put our pieces in. All right, now we have, all right, now we have to figure out how much space we want in between the slats. And I don't think I want very big.
One more night, one more night. I want a blister full.
Do you see it? I sure hope you can see it. You see what we're doing now? Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and measure my bed to see how far or how tall the mattress is off the floor. So that will tell me where I want to put my bottom line or my bottom row at. So I'll be right back. Okay, so the next part is kind of just like a puzzle piece, right? First, we're going to attach middle part, take this paper, just like how I did the drawer handles. I'm going to just take this paper, see how thick it is, fold it in half. And that will give me the middle part of this board here. So I'm going to start here and then work my way out. So I have my 18 gauge brad nailer with 3/4 inch long brad nails. This DeWalt, I love this. This is the best investment birthday present I ever got. Birthday holiday present. It was actually a Christmas present. But I have most DeWalt tools. I love this thing. So let's start from the center and build our bed headboard out. Okay, so we have the bottom part. Now let's do the top, and then we'll figure out where we want the middle at after we get both the bottom and the top on. All right, now we're going to do the middle beam here, and to me, this is just all eyeball, just to see what looks good. We'll measure, of course, but just to see what looks good. Okay, so I'm thinking our next step is to cut the pallet boards to size, but not put them on quite yet because we need to sand them down a little bit. So that's what my plan is to do. Let's just cut the boards, dry fit it, and then we will sand them. And then I want to seal them because they are pallet wood. I did power wash them, I did clean them, but I also wanted to sand them and seal them just in case. You never know. So that is our next step, is just to cut the pallet wood. So it's kind of like a big puzzle piece at this moment.
'Cause I feel like I'm just holding on to yesterday. But if I wait till the summer,
And we just finished cutting the last piece of our puzzle. Hi guys. Hi guys, next we're going to do a quick little sand on all the boards, and then we will glue them in place and nail them. Okay, it's super hot out here, so I changed my shirt. What I need to do now is over here on the new wood, it does not look like the old wood. So what we're going to do is stain it before we put any of these down. I want to stain the new wood to try to make it look more like this middle one here. And then once we have it stained, then we can go forward. Our next step is staining the new wood. What I'm going to be using for this is Fusion's Stain and Finishing Oil All-in-One Driftwood. This happens to be a stain in an oil, like it says. In reality, you don't have to top coat it, but we're still gonna, remember, we're still gonna top coat all of this stuff. So that is what we're using. And since these aren't attached, what I want to do is number them how they are. So a 1, 1, 2, 2.
I know you're hurt. I can see it in your eyes, babe. You need to let your mind up things. No, it hurts. I can see it in your eyes, babe. But I know you have a lot to.
All right, guys, it's the next day. And I'm going to be honest with you. I did something I shouldn't have. You know, when you want to persevere and then you want to do the next step of the project just to get it done so you can stay ahead of schedule. Well, so I did that. I tried to persevere and I tried to like get to that next step when I really should have just put it away and come back the next day. So you know what I did? When I was showing you that can of Fusion stain, my planks of wood was down on the ground. And what happened was when I tipped it this way, it all came out. And it all went on the planks of wood that we just sanded maybe 10 minutes ago, or 10 minutes prior to that. So the pretty board that I have all sanded, get to resand it so I can get that patina. Although, truth be told, this one isn't so bad. But the other ones here, like here, it has splotches. So that really needs to, I really need to sand that out because it just doesn't look nice. And then this one, just a big old glob landed on that one. So that's our plan today. It's really, really hot out here. So I am wearing a tank top. So excuse the apparel. I'm not the skinniest of people. But oh well, that's me. So we're going to resand and then hopefully we can get this headboard mantled and top coated today so we can finish it up and I can present it to Emma on the next day. Next day that you see it, but probably in a couple of days because I got to work. Anyway, let's get going. All right, guys. So one of our tasks is to make the new wood look like old wood. So that's why we stained it. And now what we're going to do is it looks like new wood stained. So we are going to kind of make it a little bit more aged. And we're going to do that a couple of ways. So we first put on the driftwood stain, and then we put the cappuccino stain on. Now we're going to sand it back in a couple of places to give it that worn look. So let me show you what I'm talking about.
When the streams are getting strong, just hold on to me, yeah. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I know you're strong.
Okay, we're gonna let it all dry. All right, guys, I just wanted to give you an update. The glue is dried and we brad nailed everything in place. When I picked it up, I felt like it was a little wobbly, so I went ahead and put 2 more cross braces vertically. So I'll spin you around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I just went ahead and cut some boards. And there we go. So you see how I did this board here and I did this board here just to give it some structure because I felt like it was wobbly. I'm just going to screw these in place because I'm putting them on after the fact, but it should give the headboard a little bit more stability. Okay, I'm getting out of the sun for a second. So you know how I'm using pallet wood. Well, I want to use some shellac on it because it's pallet wood. You don't know what it's been in contact with. I washed it, I sanded it. I still want to put a clear coat of shellac on there just in case there's anything on it. At least it's all encapsulated now. So it is going to my niece and I want to make sure she's safe. So let's shellac the back part of it, and then we're going to shellac the front part of it, and then we'll top coat it. Okay, so I'll spin you around. Now remember, we did that just to encapsulate it. We're going to put a top coat over it, and I think I'll ask her if she wants matte or shiny. So, all right, that's our next step. All right, guys, she said satin, so I'm going to do the satin top coat. For you, it'll be a couple of seconds. For me, it might be a day or so. So I'll see you in the reveal. Guys, I hope you liked this week's video and what we did with a bunch of pallet wood. And I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everybody that has subscribed, and thank you so much for liking this video and subscribing. You guys mean the world to me. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, week, whatever you're having, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.